once again, welcome to Mima's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful tote bag here. It's a nice and easy tote bag to crochet and it has got a beautiful base. Okay, so for this bag we're going to be crocheting with two different colors, the beige and the black. You're also going to need a crochet hook, a 6mm crochet hook, scissors and stitch markers. I used about 7 of them. Here I used the beige and black, and this one here is a 3mm braided macrame. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to begin with a chain of 23. Okay, so this is my slip knot. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I now have a chain of 23. So I'm going to begin my first round, and I'm going to start by inserting my hook in the second stitch from the hook. Okay, I'm going to skip this one and then insert here, put my yarn over, and then pull through. This is single crochet in US terms, and I'm going to put a stitch marker in here to mark the starting point. Okay, so I'm going to put a stitch marker with a different color from the rest of the other stitch markers that you're going to use. So in the next chain I'm going to do 1 single crochet again, the next 1 single crochet, in the next 1 single crochet, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to continue with 1 single crochet up until we're towards the end here. Okay, so I'm back now and I'm left with this one chain. So in this last chain we're going to put 5 single crochets. Okay, so this is 1, and then we'll put another 1, 2. So in the second here we're going to put a stitch marker, three, again another stitch marker in that one, 4, again, and then the last one, the 5th. Okay, like that. So we've put 5 stitches, and then 3 of them, the middle ones, we've put 3 stitch markers. So I'm now going to continue crocheting in the back of the chains, 1 single crochet in each. Okay, so I'll be inserting my hook here, and then 1 single crochet in each. Okay, okay, so I'm just going to continue with single crochet, and let's meet towards the end here. Okay, so here I'm now left with this one chain here. So this one, we're already assuming that this first stitch is also coming from this chain, so we're just going to put 4 single crochets plus this one to make them 5, just like we did at the last chain here. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 single crochets in this last chain. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Just make sure that the last one you try to fit it inside, and then the 4th. Okay, like that. So here again we're going to put 3 stitch markers. Okay, the last one, the second from last, as well as this one. Okay, so now we move on to our second round. Okay, so this is the first stitch. I'm just going to remove that stitch marker. So I'm going to put 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and I'm going to put back the stitch marker. This one is only marking the starting point, so we're going to remain with it up until we finish our bag. In the next stitch, we're going to put 1 single crochet. In the following, 1 single crochet. In the next, 1 single crochet up until we're at the next stitch marker here. Okay, so here I'm now at the stitch marker here. So what we're going to do with the stitch marker is what we're going to do for the rest of the stitch markers, okay, except for this one. Okay, so whenever you reach a stitch marker, you're going to remove it, and then you're going to put 2 single crochets in that stitch. Okay, so that's 1 single crochet, and put back the stitch marker in the first stitch, okay, of that increase. Again, 2 in the same stitch, okay, like that. Okay, again in the stitch, I remove the stitch marker, and then I put 2 single crochets. That's 1. I put back the stitch marker. Again, I put another one in the same stitch, okay, 2. Okay, we do the same here again. Put 2 single crochets, 1, again, that's 2. We put back the stitch marker in the first one, like this. So here what we've done here is we've increased the number of our stitches with 3. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and 3. So here I'm just going to continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch, okay, up until at the next stitch marker, and then come back. Okay, so we're now at the next stitch markers. Okay, so we're just going to do what we did with the yellow ones. Okay, I'm going to remove this one, put 2 single crochets, 1, put back the stitch marker, 2. Okay, in the next one I remove it, and then I put 2 single crochets, 1, put back the stitch marker in there, put another one, 2. So this is the last stitch of our round, and I'm going to put 2 single crochets again. So that's 1, and then again 2. So what we've done here is we've increased the number of 4 stitches with 6. Okay, so this is our best so far. So now we move on to the third round. So what we're going to do with the third round is we're going to repeat what we did with the second round and do the third and fourth round. Okay, so let's just repeat what we did with this round that we just did for round 3 and then round 4, and then come back. Whenever you start, do not forget to put back the stitch marker as it is marking the starting point. Okay, so this one we just put 1 single crochet, then put it back, so 1 single crochet, and then in this ones we put 2 as well as these ones. Okay, so let's do round 3 and 4 and then come back. So I finished the fourth round, and if you are to count your stitches, I have got 68 stitches. But now we want to start working on the sides, but the kind of pattern that we want to work on the sides requires us to have odd number as the total number for stitches. Okay, so here we have 68, and 68 is an even number, so we want numbers like 67, 65, 63, or 69. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, since I have 68, I'm just going to add 1 more stitch here so that we have 69. Okay, to make them 69 like that. Okay, so now the total number of stitches is now 69. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do slip stitch right round, okay, up until we're back at the starting point. So with slip stitch, this is my starting point. I have removed the stitch marker, so you insert your hook, wrap your yarn, pull through, and then pull through again. So now this is my first stitch. Okay, so in the next stitch, slip stitch again. Okay, Also, we no longer need these stitch markers, so I'm just going to remove them and remain with the one marking the starting point. Okay, this one. So these ones we no longer need them. Okay, so we're going to continue with slip stitch right round up until we're back at the starting point, like this. Okay, right round, and let's meet back here. Welcome back. So I've just done the slip stitch. If you take your work, you'll find that we have 3 loops on the sides, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so our first round for the sides, we're going to be inserting our hook in the outer loop, this one. Okay, the back loop. So here I'm going to pull this loop through the first stitch here. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is my first stitch, and I'm going to insert in the back loop this one. Okay, and we're going to do 1 single crochet, like that. I'm going to put a stitch marker here in the first stitch. Okay, now in the next stitch, in the back loop, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the following. So it's going to be 1 single crochet in each stitch right round up until we're back at the starting point. Okay, so let's continue and let's meet back here. Welcome back. So we've just finished the first round, this one, okay, of the sides. Now I want to introduce the pattern. Okay, it is also called the spike stitch, but we'll just be working with single crochets, but just inserting our hook in different positions. Okay, so this is the first stitch. I'm going to put 1 single crochet. Okay, 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Okay, like that. So I'm going to put back the stitch marker there. So I'm just going to call this one a short single crochet. Okay, and then in the next one we're going to do a long single crochet. Instead of inserting my hook here, okay, I'm going to go down, okay, around below and insert it here. Okay, so I was supposed to insert here, so I'm going to go down and then insert my hook like that. Okay, let me do that again. The next stitch is going to be a short single crochet like this, and then the next one is going to be a long single crochet. So I'm supposed to insert my hook here, but we're not. I'm going to go 1 round below and insert through here. Okay, hope this is visible. Okay, I'm supposed to insert here, but I'm going to go below and then insert through here. Grab my yarn, pull up a long loop, okay, yarn over, and then pull through, so that you see that we have a short single crochet, a long one, a short, a long one. Let's do this one more time. So in the following, I put a short single crochet, and then in the next one I put a long single crochet. So instead of inserting here, I'm going to go around below and then insert through here, grab my yarn, pull up a long loop, yarn over, and then pull through like this. Okay, so we have the short, the long, the short, the long, the short. Okay, so let's just continue with the sequence right round and let's meet towards the end here. Welcome back. So I've just done the second round. Okay, so this is our second round. Okay, so here I'm now towards the end. I'm left with 1 stitch, and we began with a short single crochet, so we're going to finish again with a short single crochet. Okay, take note of that. So here is my last stitch. Okay, the normal single crochet. So this first stitch here is going to be a long single crochet. Okay, so instead of inserting here, I'm going to go around below, grab my yarn, then do single crochet. I'm going to put back the stitch marker. Okay, so you find that the stitch here was a long one, so this round is a short one, so I insert here at the top of the stitch and then pull through. This one here was a short one, so now it's a long one. So instead of inserting here, I'm going to go around below. Okay, we're supposed to insert here, but I'm going to go and insert around below and over and then pull through like that. So here, this one here was a long single crochet in the previous round, so this one is going to be a short one. So you're just going to be alternating like that, and then this one, instead of here, I put here. Okay, like that, and then here. Like this. So this is our pattern. So this is the third round, so we're going to repeat the second round up until we have 10 rounds and then come back. So I've done 10 rounds of this beige color, so now I want to introduce another color, black, and we're just going to do 5 rounds of black and then we go back to the beige. Okay, so here in this last stitch here, that's when I'm going to introduce the black color. So I'm going to yarn over using the black in the last stitch of the round. Okay, like that. And then this is the first stitch. So now I'm beginning my 11th round. Okay, like that. So we continue with the same pattern and repeat until we have 5 rounds of this color. So it's going to be from 11th round to the 15th round. It's going to be black, and then from 16 to 19 it's going to be beige again. So let's do that and then come back. So we've done the 9 rounds, 5 of black and then 4 of beige. So what we're going to do is we're going to add one more here to make this 5, and then I'm going to do 5 more of this black color and then come back. So we're going to do 6 more rounds. That is 1 round of this beige color and then 5 again of black and then come back. Welcome back. So I finished the 5 rounds of black and then I added 2 more rounds of the beige color. Okay, so just add these 2 rounds and then continue from there. So now we want to put the handles to our bag. So what I've done here is I've folded my bag and I've laid it flat here like this. So here at this edge here, I'm going to put a stitch marker here. Okay, just here at the corner here. This one here is going to be our starting point just for marking the handles only. We're going to ignore this one, and then later on we're just going to remove this one. Okay, this is here to mark the handles. So I'm going to count from this stitch here and then put stitch markers for where I'm going to put my handles. Okay, so beginning from this stitch here, okay, this one at the edge here, this one, I'm going to count and put my first stitch marker in stitch number 10. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to put my first stitch marker in this stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to put another one beginning from this stitch. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I'm going to put another one here. So here in the middle I've left 14 stitches. Okay, so here I'm going to put another stitch in stitch number 45. Okay, so counting from this one here, stitch number 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. I'm going to put another one here. Okay, and then this is stitch number 45. I'm going to put the last stitch marker in stitch number 60. Okay, so 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, like that. Okay, so here I have 14 stitches, here I have 21, and here I have 20, and then here at the front I have 14. Okay, so this one here, the stitch marker at the edge, we no longer need it. Okay, it was just for marking these 4 points. So you find that these are the points where we're going to put our handles. So just going to continue with our stitch as we were doing before. Like that. And then put back the stitch marker, marking the starting point. Okay, so I'm going to continue with our stitch, with our pattern. Okay, so when you reach the first stitch marker, we're going to crochet into that stitch. Okay, this one. So I'm going to remove the stitch marker, and then we're going to put a stitch in them, this one. Okay, so here we're going to chain a chain for our handle. So depending on how long you want the handles to be, I'm going to start with a chain of 50. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to continue and come back with a chain of 50. So I now have my chain of 50, so I'm going to join it in the stitch. So you find that in this stitch we're supposed to have a short single crochet, but we want our handle to be a bit firm, so we're going to do the longer one just like we did here. Okay, so I'm going to remove my stitch marker here, then I'm going to insert my hook here. Okay, and then join like this. Okay, so I'm going to continue with single crochet. So here we're going to put a long single crochet, and then in the next a short, and the following a long. Okay, so let's just continue with single crochet, and let's meet at the next stitch marker here. Okay, so we're now at the next stitch marker here. So you find that we're supposed to put a short single crochet, but because we're joining our handle, we want it to be firm, so we're going to put a longer one just like we did previously. So instead of inserting here, I'm going to go down and insert through here, and then pull up a long loop, pull through. Okay, so I'm going to chain 50. Okay, so here's my other chain for my other handle, so I'm going to join again here. Okay, so for here we're going to insert there. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to continue with our pattern up until we're back at the starting point. Okay, so let's continue and let's meet at the starting point. I'm back at the starting point, so I'm still going to continue with the same pattern up until we're at the chains, the handles, where we're just going to do single crochet in each chain. Okay. Okay, so we're now at the handles. Okay, so we're going to put one single crochet in each chain. Okay, like that. Okay, so we're just going to put one single crochet in each chain, and then here we continue with the pattern, and then again one single crochet in the other handle, and let's meet back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So I've just done the last round, and these are our handles. Okay, it's a nice bag. Okay, so here at the end here of the round, I'm just going to remove the stitch marker and then join with a slip stitch here to finish off. Okay, I'm just going to cut this. Just going to fasten this off and then come back. So this is our bag and it's done. Okay, and the other side, the bottom. Okay, if you want, you can choose to tie a tassel here. Okay. Okay, so this is our bag and it's done. So if you have any questions on how to crochet this bag, please do comment below. I'll be happy to respond. Thank you for watching Miriam's Crafts. Please do subscribe, like and comment for more videos. Thank you.